Hi, my loves. Hi, my loves. I am back. I am back. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, paranormal investigator, defender of human rights. I am an Aries, so there's that. Done with this Nazi bullshit happening in our fucking government. Never gonna stop talking about it till it's fucking over, so there's that. And also, guys, I just want to thank you for all the love that you guys sent the week before last with the passing of my little cousin Gabby. Just thank you for all the prayers. Thank you for all the candles that you lit. Thank you for all the love that you sent. Please know that her mama saw what you guys wrote and what you said, and just thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We're working through it. Everything's going to be okay. And I know that she is at peace. Just thank you guys from my fucking heart for all the outpouring of love and support. It literally meant everything. And to her mama, okay? And to her sister. So thank you. Then last week, because you're like, Sarah, what happened last week? Fair enough. Pretty sure either at the funeral or somewhere out and about, it looks like we caught the norovirus. Oh yeah. So, last week we were laid up with that. That kid did not even get back to school until Friday. So just thank you guys for all your patience, the sickness, the passing, just everything. We're trying to take it day by day. Thank you guys. I know a lot of you guys are feeling that way too. Just times right now are difficult. I think a lot of people are going through a lot of fucking stuff. It's not just us, you know? So just thank you guys for your care and support, looking out for us, and thank you for always supporting me. I fucking love you guys. Thank you from my fucking heart. Thank you. All right. With that being said, if you've never been here before, this is where I pull 3 piles of cards, or like a card for, you know, I mean, whatever it is, you get to choose number one, number 2, or number 3. Okay. So use your intuition here to really choose what you feel like is best for you, what pile or what card is calling to you. And then hopefully I just read you for fucking filth and help you in your week, give you some kind of advice, reminder, perspective that you motherfucking got this. And then before that, I'll talk about something I call astrofuckery. So we get into the astrology of the week, and I usually pick 1 or 2 things so it's not too overwhelming. So again, we can make the energy work for us. So if you guys are into that, come the fuck on in, okay? If you wanted to know some of the things that I'm about, just quickly, I'm in love with Sasquatch. I eat a metric ton of cheese and I will never fucking stop. You could tell me anything. I'm not gonna hear it. Give me a piece of cheese. Okay. Some of my nicknames are the Duchess of Donuts, the Cuss Mouth Angel. My goodness. Okay. So you should know what the fuck you're getting into here. Just know this is a place where we cuss, we face our hard fucking shit, we deal with our crap, we don't run away from it, and we don't vibrate up to the 5th dimension. We deal with the 3rd that we're in here now, okay? So again, the information that I'm coming through, or whenever I'm talking to Spirit and asking them for help, bringing through information, reading these cards, talking about the astrofuckery, I have it with the intention to help, to heal, to guide. So may it fall into at least one of those categories for you this week. Let's get the fuck into it. Okay, so, oh guys, March. Oh, hold on to your tutor and cooter, because March is already crazy town, right? Everybody's feeling it. This month started off with a bang, and I wish I could have been able to be present with you guys to really talk to you, because we started March 1st with a Venus Retrograde, okay, in the sign of Aries. And listen to me, Venus in Aries is not in its happy place. Venus in Aries Aries is kind of known as a solo, as as the champion of the zodiac, if you will, okay? So we've got leader potential, we've got leader abilities. A lot of times they jump, you know, without thinking. That's something that Aries have to work on and face, okay? But with Venus and Aries, this is hard because Venus wants to sit and receive. This is about relationships. This is about what we value. And so traditionally in Venus, she's at home in Taurus and Libra. Those are her 2 favorite fucking spots. Libra, who's all about contracts and relationships, and Taurus, who knows her fucking worth, right? So With this being in Aries, maybe there's a feeling here of like wanting to strike out on my own in terms of love, right? Or seeing that I'm the only one handling everything, or it feels like I'm the one standing up here and championing whatever the fuck is going on. Maybe also too, this could be a lot of fights and talking about personal sovereignty and what is my personal thing? What is my personal, how do I value myself? What are my goals here? And just really, I think also too, again, reflecting on the self personally, just me, which is important in relationships because we also need to treat ourselves as an individual within them, right? Even though we're a part of a partnership, that means taking care of your health, taking care of you, making sure that we're not being codependent in a way we're expecting a partner to take care of all of those things. So I think Venus going retrograde in the sign of Aries is asking us to look back at ourselves personally. And in what ways do we feel like we're carrying stuff? Or in what ways are we being asked to stand up and be the leader here within our relationships, maybe talking about things or handling things in a way where it's like, it's time to fucking go. Aries has 0 patience, actually -5. They just want to fucking go. They want to live, they want to thrive, they want the thrill of life itself. So again, in this spot, Venus wants chill. Venus wants receptivity. Venus wants money. Venus wants to be pampered and everything to be good. But with Venus and Aries here, there is a serious fighting spirit. Or a lot of us might be finding that we're fighting for our relationships right now. And what the fuck does that mean? So I think with Venus going retrograde here, this is going to ask us again, what is my personal responsibility within my relationships? Is it all just about, am I making it all about me? Or do I need to take the lead here and make sure that everybody's on board so we work maybe better together? But then how do I do that after? We'll get into that because this Venus retrograde will go from Aries back into Pisces. And then when it goes direct, it'll go right back over these same fucking themes. Okay? So I think that for right now, while Venus is retrograde in the sign of Aries, consider those questions. What's going on within your relationships? Do you feel like you're having to fight for something? Are you the only one fighting for it? Who the fuck is on your team? And like, who do I want to be in partnership with? Maybe also too, who's ready to like take off and have adventures? And there's this need for freedom with Aries here. We're just wanting to be free, not feeling like I am held back in any kind of way. But again, with Venus being in retrograde, it's asking us to redo, rethink, understand what we value. So what do we value personally around our relationships? How is our money happening and going right now? So Venus also rules money, babe. So it's going to rule all these value systems. There's a rework, rethink, redo. Now listen, around relationships right now, I would say this, and it's not a hard and fast rule, okay? But this would be a really good time to sit and be in observance of the relationships, not to necessarily take any action right now, even though Mars is direct, God fucking bless, okay? But like, this is a time to just be in observance and really understand internally, because that's what the retrograde planets ask us to do. Turn back around, focus on the within. What the fuck is happening here? There's some kind of reflective something going on. And what does this mean for some of these themes that are coming up, okay? How the fuck am I going to take action on this? How am I going to handle this? Again, we'll get into that. It just feels like Aries has a problem with popping off. So again, don't be surprised if there's a lot of fights or things are kind of aggressive right now around relationships, partnerships, money, whole 9 fucking yards, okay? I think the real task is here, how can I become patient in this process? Because this is a marathon, not a sprint on so many different levels, okay? But like also too here, how do I honor myself and what my needs are too? Can't be a partnership if I'm not a part of it in that way. Hello, okay? So again, with this Venus retrograde, and this goes all the way until April, all right? And we'll continue to deal with this, and especially when it ingresses back into Pisces, because that's going to have a way different feel, and way more at home in fucking Pisces. So we'll get to that when we get to it. In the meantime, just be aware of some of those themes coming up. If you don't have to fight, then maybe this is more about like defending something. Okay? So again, I would say right now around our business partnerships of any kind, what we value and our money, the smart tactic would take during this time is to sit back and really just be in observance, pay attention and listen to what people are saying. Does that vibe with you? And does that really help set you free? Maybe in a way that allows you to stand in your greatest power yet, your leadership. Or in what ways am I asked to be a leader here around these partnerships? Interesting. But I would make you be able to make a better choice or better understanding around what those relationship needs are when everything goes direct in April, okay? During the next eclipse season. We'll get to it. Also do. So good grief. This week it might be 3 things, maybe 4 things that we're talking about. I'm going to try to make it all make sense and mush it not mush it together, but like, you know, get into the flow so you guys understand how it's all kind of bouncing off of each other. That being said, this Wednesday, and the reason why I'm bringing it up, because I think it ties into the eclipse coming on Thursday, okay, in the sign of Virgo. On Wednesday, I do believe we have Saturn and Sun Cazimi, okay? So when something is Cazimi, it means that it's right in the light of the sun. So a huge fucking spotlight is being shown on something that's really important. And with Saturn here, this is like the effort we're putting into things. Like if you put in the effort, the time, the blood, sweat, tears, you will get results. But what type of work are you putting in, okay? And with Saturn being in Pisces, the sun, we're in Pisces season right now. This is very watery. This is very difficult to touch and make something real out of it. Do you know what I mean? It's a water sign. And so Pisces, it's like the 2 fish chasing each other. Have you tried grabbing a fish bare hands? Unless you're an actual fucking bear in the woods. Fucking insane. Not saying I've tried it. No, thank you. All I'm saying is, that's crazy. So, with that being said, it's very hard to grasp, to get a hold of. And with Saturn is at home in Capricorn and earth signs and signs that want to take charge, that are willing to sit down and do the work, have the patience to see something the fuck through so that we can get that end result that we're trying to work towards. So I think whatever might be the line, the light shown upon, whatever it is here that we need to work upon, Saturn, structure, okay, what work do we need to do? Maybe there's something here also too with Pisces, because I would say Pisces is one of the signs speaking about unconditional love. And so maybe there's some type of love, question marks, and like also too with Venus, right? Retrograde right now. And so if Venus, my love sector, is telling me, how do I deal with things on a personal level? How is this relationship affecting me personally? What do I want personally? With Saturn and the sun showing there's some kind of work we still have to do here. There's still something that we need to build upon. And maybe with Saturn and Pisces, there's some type of flexibility that's being asked for, okay? We're bending, we're not breaking. We're going with the fucking flow. Maybe there's a spiritual element that is going to be introduced here that maybe we're looking at, that we're understanding that this relationship is something much fucking deeper. Was the work worth it? I think as a lot of people are saying, was the time, the work worth it? What is the outcome of all the work that I put in around my relationships, business, love, friendship, the one with myself? Because I think that's what this is saying. Both with Saturn, Cazimi, and Venus Retrograde, it's saying, what is the work that you're putting into yourself? And baby, is love a part of that? Are you unconditionally loving yourself? No matter if you fuck up or not. Side note, okay? So I think whatever light, and listen, this could be a couple different things, but I just think with that light being shown on Wednesday with Saturn in the mix, and it's saying, what structures do we need to build? Does more love need to be added towards this? Is there a way to love ourselves? Maybe out of some of this pain. Have we taken love completely out of this and forgot that there is some work to love? You don't have to work to be loved. But if we're going to be in a relationship, to maintain a love relationship or to retain a partnership that is based out of love and mutual fucking respect, what are we doing here? Right? So I just think, oh, this is crazy for relationships and partnerships of all kinds. Maybe a lot of it can be very confusing, but I think love is at the core, or love is the answer to a lot of it. But what does that, we need to go back in and look at our maybe love language or the way that we handle love. What was that like when we were little? Did we actually have did we have healthy relationships to look at, to know even what a healthy relationship looks like? An unconditional love in a good way that doesn't enable or make things worse or terrible. Like, Are we loving in a way that's both healthy for the other person and ourselves? Do I have up strong boundaries about what I will and will not accept, with an understanding that things will bend and move here, but not in a way that's going to disrespect me or disrespect the other person? Because at the core of this is love. So if understanding around these relationships, and it's something else that's coming to my mind too, we might be having to work with people we don't want to fucking work with. Yay! So again, how can we bring love? We could say that on so many different levels right now. How can we bring the love back in? And maybe make that the point so that everybody's on the same fucking page. Side note. Maybe for some of you guys, you're fucking done and it's cutting time. Then do it for the love of yourself. What is the right thing to do here? Okay? Just some things to think about. Now, holy Jesus, the big papa this fucking week is this eclipse. And I think it's a lunar eclipse. So this is going to be the light of the moon going out. Okay? So our intuition, our feelings, some interesting things are happening, okay? And it's going to be in the sign of Virgo. Now, Virgo is the sister sign, the opposite sign to Pisces, okay? This Virgo eclipse on Thursday actually starts the Virgo-Pisces axis that we're getting into, okay? And at the end of the month, we have one more eclipse in the sign of Aries that closes out the Aries-Libra chapter that we've been going through for like the last 2 years, and it's going to be in the sign of Aries. How interesting that Venus is retrograde right now, right? So there's a larger story arc happening here. It's going to be closing out a story about, I think, and think about your stories around love and relationships and partnerships and how it's affected you personally and how you've worked personally within these love relationships by the end of the month. And with this eclipse coming up in Virgo, it's on the South Node. And again, it's a lunar eclipse. This is asking us. It's opening a door, but it's also closing a chapter. Okay? And in the sign of Virgo, there's something here about healing. This is something here about, well, obviously our health, like in a holistic sense. Like our mind is connected to our physical, which is connected to our emotional and spiritual. You guys get the jam. Okay? I think that this eclipse, especially on the South Node, is saying, because I think one of the biggest things people know about Virgo and one of the biggest things that, listen, it's just legit, okay? Like the perfectionism. And so did we grow up in an environment of perfectionism where it had to be fucking perfect and everybody was fucking fighting? What exactly, Venus and Aries retrograde, am I fighting for? Do I need to let go of perfectionistic tendencies, especially with a new understanding around what I'm trying to build with Saturn here, knowing that maybe I need to be a little more flexible, or maybe within this relationship, what's needed for both of us is a little more flexibility and openness. How do I re-inject real true love back into the situation around partnerships, not only with other people, but with myself? Okay. So again, I think this is a good cleaning house. I think Thursday would be a good time to literally clean out your house, clean out your fridge, old clothes, spring cleaning, baby. Spring cleaning. Because Thursday is going to be, and I know that you guys are already feeling this eclipse coming up. This is wild fucking shit. Okay. And it's intense. There's a lot going on. And on top of that, Saturn, I think, is going to be opposite this fucking eclipse. Well, yeah, of course, because it's in both the sun and Saturn are going to be opposite the eclipse that's going to be, in Virgo. So that opposition here is asking us to look at, am I stopping myself from receiving the love that I want and need? How and in what ways am I blocking myself from even loving and caring about myself? What partnerships, invigorate me and call me to be the leader that I know I'm being called to be in some way, shape, or form within my relationships, again, with myself and other people. It doesn't have to be the two sides duking it out with opposition, because it feels like we're on opposite ends. So I think the perfectionistic bullshit is what is the middle ground. I really fucking do, guys. And so in what ways can we say, no more perfectionistic shit. That's not real. It's not even true. Get the fuck out of here. I just want a real, true human. I just want to be I just want to be myself. Flaws and all. And how do I love myself through that? while still supporting myself and what the fuck I want to do. And I think also being open and available for new relationships that are going to be bringing that into me. Okay. So even though this Virgo is kind of setting off the new Virgo Pisces axis that we're getting into, this starts it for the next 2 years. Okay. We had the other ones get close to them and it kind of touched on some of those subjects. But this one, it like officially starts the Virgo Pisces axis. Okay. And again, Virgo is going to be on that South Node. South Node is about letting go. South Node is about something here that we need to learn. Maybe we've been learning it over multiple lifetimes, possibly. There's something here that we need to face and release so that we can move forward. And just how wild by the end of the month, we've got that Aries eclipse that's ending out, and it's going to be a solar eclipse. So again, it's looking at who I am as a person. Do you know what I mean? Like, who am I as a fucking person? My personhood. How am I taking action in the world? Am I holding myself back? The whole 9 yards. So I just think all of this, what we're going through right now, is going to play into the end of the month. It's going to be closing out chapters. And I think cleansing and clearing out with the Virgo eclipse what we don't fucking need anymore, so we can start a new chapter here that best supports who the fuck I'm becoming, who the fuck I'm stepping into, what the fuck I value now. And my God, may love be a part of this. Okay? Last thing I want to say is that Mercury retrograde, I swear to God, it's going to be on the 15th. I think the 14th or the 15th, depending where you live in the world. So again, this week too. Then on top of that, we got Mercury retrograde. So again, when I tell y'all, do not cut your fucking bangs and do not welcome back your ex. God damn. Please, I'm begging you, don't do the wolf cut. Get out of here. Go to somebody for help with that. You don't know what you're doing. If that message isn't for somebody else, it's for me. Okay? That's all I'm saying. But like, this is the time to redo, rethink, be in observance, pay attention to what you're thinking about, how you're fucking acting. Okay? Make sure that you're not demanding perfectionism from other people, including yourself. That shit is unrealistic, unhealthy, not okay at all. And how do we put our well-being, our health, at the core of what we're doing going forward? Because really, truly, that's what Virgo is about. It's about health. How are we taking care of that health? And noticing how our health affects everything. Whether that's mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. How it affects everything. Including our relationships with other people and ourselves. So, this week, remember, we fucking got it. I gave you guys a lot of things to consider and to think about. A lot. I gave you guys a lot of information. This month is going to be balls to the wall. The end of the month is going to be more intense than right now. Can you even imagine? Okay. So, all that to tell you guys, sit down and do the fucking work. I don't care what sign Saturn's in. He's never going to not let you sit down and do the work. And he's going to try to find any way to get through to you so that you can grow into the best version of you yet. Not perfect. Coming exactly as you are. Ready to heal and show up for yourself. Maybe we're also assisting other people in doing that. But really this comes down to our relationships. Where are we at? Are we ready to do the work and to face ourselves so that we can live in a better fucking world? When in doubt, how can I love myself better? When in doubt, how can I love myself better? And in a way that honors who the fuck I am and who the fuck I'm becoming. No square pegs and round holes. That's not a word. All I'm saying is don't squish yourself into something that you aren't. Just for a relationship, or just for or just for a job, or just because you will end up cutting more and more and more and more until there's nothing of you left. And thank you, Kira, for popping in and meowing at just the right fucking time. Hey, no more of that shit. You're allowed to be a whole person, so is your partner. No more perfectionism shit. All right. I love you guys. We fucking got this. And if you guys got any questions or you feel like something else is, comment below. I'll fucking tell you everything. Let me know some of your placements. So if you got some Virgo, you got some Pisces placements, you got some Aries placements. We didn't even get to Neptune moving into Aries at the end of this fucking month. That hasn't happened since like 1874. Would you like to know what was going on during the last time period? Neptune was in Aries. You're right. The revolutions of the world, my darling, my love. Okay. So we're going into wild times. Okay? We're already there. And I think the least that we can do is fucking hold each other's hands and remind each other that we got each other. Okay? I love you. Everything's going to be okay. Let me know what the fuck you guys need, and I'll see you in the next screen. Remember, choose any and all that speak to you. If it makes your booty tingle your nips, noop. Listen. Hi, card pile number one. If you did not listen to the Astrofuckery, I suggest that you do, especially the part where I say, don't cut your bangs or welcome back your ex. Let's get into your card pull, y'all. Let's fucking talk about it, okay? I pulled 2 cards for every, for first, second, third group this week, so you guys get 2 cards. Maybe you got some interesting cards here. Let's fucking talk about it. Your first one is the Ace of Wands. A great sign. Fucking right. Okay? Your second card is a major arcana card. Talking about major change, major evolution, major fucking movement forward. You got the Devil. Do you see why I said? Okay. Hey, let's talk about it. Fucking Christ. All right, you guys. So, anytime the Ace of Wands comes up, whenever Wands comes up, I feel like it's very spirit-led, spirit-fed. Okay? I feel like whenever the fire signs come up here, they're asking us, what action are we taking? What action are we fucking taking? And what are we manifesting? What are we doing here? So, like, is this going to manifest what the fuck I actually want? So, what actions am I taking here to actually support the thing that I'm trying to create, right? I think, too, whenever Wand shows up, it just talks to us about the inner fire, too, our passion, our heat, our power. And so what are we doing with this? Are we channeling it in good ways? Or are we just going out raging Cajun on people? I'm not judging you. Do a little bit of both. If Persephone could both be the queen of hell and the springtime maiden, so can I. Hey. But I think it would be important to know where our energy is placed. How are we channeling it? For the most part, Ace of Wands is a beautiful card. This is new beginnings on every single sense of the word, okay? But like, this is new beginnings, new energy, new fresh energy. This is the beginnings of like a new project. And if you know anything about fire signs, and you guys might be dealing with a fire sign this week, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay, possibly. Maybe it might be in their top 3 placements, innermost planets, Mercury, Mars, Venus. Maybe they just remind you of fire energy, okay? But just with the Ace of Wands here, very go-getting, very self-started, get very, very excited about the beginnings of something, but sometimes has a hard follow through. Okay. And so there could be some difficulty with that this week. We might also be dealing with people that are bringing us new beginnings, and new fresh energy, maybe from one of those signs. Okay. So just pay attention this week. Most of all though, I see the aces as yeses. So there's a yes here to you taking action, and with Mars direct, baby, go, baby, go. Okay. Just be careful what we're choosing to do. Be careful the choices. Again, what actions are we taking? We got both Venus retrograde and Mercury's about to go retrograde on the 14th, 15th. So please, again, don't cut your bangs. Don't welcome in the ex. Fucking A. You want new, fresh energy. Okay. Something new. We're not into, are you into zombies? I thought that thing was dead, babe. You said it was dead, babe. Are you into zombies? Because that's zombie love if it's coming back from the dead. No thanks. I just made a zombie noise. No thanks. Well, unless you're into Nosferatu, then go have you a Nosferatu, baby. But I really don't think that you are. When his nails look better than yours, we got a problem, sir. Anyways, I also wanted to say that aces stand for the number 1. So look for these themes to come up around the 1st, but I like to reference them like the month. So I want to go back to April. Why, Jesus? Why, Jesus? Take the wheel. I want to go back to January. So maybe something got started here. Okay. Maybe a new beginning, maybe around, January 1st, or maybe just the month of January, something came back around here. And it just kind of feels like with the Ace of Wands, it felt like a new beginning. It felt like a fresh new start. Because that's what this card is about. Look, this person's literally coming up out of a cave from the ground. Everything's been on fire. Who knows what happened in there? And they've got the torch. So obviously they fucking won. Okay? There's been a restart here is what it feels like. So, all right. Then we got the devil. All right. So I just think here with the devil, whenever this shows up, this is going to be, and it's a major arcana card. This is a major life choice. This is a major something happening in our life that's asking us to sit down and look at this and make a better choice around what the fuck we're doing. So when the devil comes up, there's usually talks here of like sex, drugs, rock and roll. Although I don't feel like most people, because this card stands for the sign of Capricorn, another energy that we're going to be dealing with this week, okay? Again, might have them in their top 3 placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or maybe their innermost planets, Mercury, Mars, Venus, or maybe heavy Capricorn placements or Saturn placements within the chart. But you wouldn't normally associate sex, drugs, rock and roll with Capricorn, but do you really know a Capricorn then? Okay, because let me tell you what, they party just as hard as they fucking work. Sometimes harder, if you ask me. I fucking love it, okay? But like, who doggies? A lot of times too, when the devil comes up, it's kind of asking us, are we having to make a choice between our safety and security and our happiness and freedom? Okay. That. If you guys also notice the devil in this card has 2 people bound in front of them. They don't look happy. When you're hunched over, that's not happiness, okay? So we feel bound to something here. Also, the devil stands for the number 15, so look for these themes to maybe come up around the 15th. Holy Jesus, Mercury Retrograde. Oh my God, I can't even make this shit up. Okay? And so the devil would say to me that this possibly could be talking about a partner returning, a person returning here, that maybe we had serious fucking issues with. Okay? Maybe something here we feel we are bound to. Maybe even this person's got some dirt on us that like we can't seem to get the fuck away from. But I think overall, really when the devil shows up, it's saying, what are your choices you feel like right now are your safety and security against your happiness and your freedom. And if you just chose the happiness and the freedom, the safety and security would follow. Like fucking clockwork. But because you keep going for the safety and security issue, like feeding into the fear around safety and security, it's keeping you stuck somewhere. Where instead, if you set yourself free, the safety and security would show up, or you'd be able to better see it and access it. Okay. Now, also 15 breaks down to the number 6. Baby, I'm looking at June. I'm looking at June. So is there some callback here to the month of January and the month of June? Okay. Let's get into it. So if we were looking around, if we were looking for a yes or no this week, I know this is a mixed message because the ace is yes, but the devil is a no. Right? So I think there's a feeling here this week that I want to say, I feel like it's too late for yes or no for some of you guys. Not all of you, but I feel like some of you guys have already welcomed somebody back in. We're going to have to talk about it, okay? There's a reason why I brought up Nosferatu. I just feel like, to me this week, this would be I think this is not making a choice per se, but like being very, very fucking conscious about the energies at play. What am I choosing? Where is my energy going? Okay. So yes, if we're able to be conscious of that energy, where it's going, what I'm doing, the choices I'm making, and is this really in my best interest? Or am I falling back into a pattern that's going to fucking hurt me here? Or no, if we're not ready to face those things and all we want to do is sex, drugs, rock and roll, okay? Because it just feels like that's not going to get us to where the fuck we need to be. It just really doesn't this week, all right? So, if we were looking around love and relationships, holy Jesus. This just, again, makes me feel like somebody from the past is coming back around. Whether this is friendship, this is love, this is farting forever back and forth, okay? When the devil shows up, we don't fuck with the devil. We don't. We don't mess with the devil. We don't make deals with the devil. We don't entertain the devil. There was a while there when I was doing readings with the devil, and I thought maybe like this came down to, and this is the evolution of my tarot practice and work, okay? And maybe if you're a tarot reader, you can understand this or identify with it. But there was a while there when I was working with the devil where I was saying, hey, what is your version of love? Because for some people, it's, Rihanna's S&M song. Which would very much go along with this. Also, every Capricorn and Capricorn placement I know has that S&M song as their jam. Hey, side note. Tell me I'm wrong, okay? If you don't know it, listen to it, and then tell me it's not your fucking favorite. Anyways, I just feel like here, this just, I just pay attention to the people that are around you. If somebody is coming back here, somebody's showing their true fucking energy with the devil and the ace of wands, like somebody's clear intentions are going to be shown here. Okay. And like, what are their actions telling you? What are their actions telling you? Because you need to don't pay attention to the words. Pay attention to their fucking actions. Okay. And so, like, again, we don't want to fuck with the devil. We don't make deals, plans for next Tuesday with the devil. We don't do any of it. We don't fuck with the devil. And again, for a while there, I was saying, hey, what the fuck do you want in relationships? Like, are you into kind of like that little possessive jealousness? Then, okay, you got something real here. No, I can't. Not in good consciousness, because anytime the devil comes up, like, somebody's losing something. I want to remind you guys, too, that the devil cannot give or take away. All he does is influence. And so I think also too, for a lot of you guys this week, we might be finding people getting back into their old addictions. People are going back to rehab. Maybe you're going to rehab. Maybe an old addiction is coming the fuck back up and we're having to sit down and face it. Maybe for some of you guys, you're saying, no, I don't want to. I'm going to take action to make sure I don't get stuck in this cycle again. But some of you guys are welcoming back in the devil into your fucking door, knowing full fucking well what they're capable of because they showed you with their fucking actions. I don't even remember who the fuck I heard this from, but because I like to give credit, like if I hear something to the person that said it, I can't remember who the fuck said it. I feel like I've been saying it so long now, I can fucking take it as my own, but that's not fair. But like when Mercury Retrograde comes around, like, or Venus Retrograde comes around. Like, are you still a dum-dum? Are you still a dum-dum, babe? I know you said you never let this person back in, but what the fuck are you doing entertaining anything from them? You know what I'm saying? I know you said you never wanted to do this thing again. Why the fuck are you slip sliding back down to that? What are we doing? Okay? So I think that this week we really need to fucking pay attention to what the fuck we are doing and take action on some kind of pattern, repeating problem, like whatever the fuck is going on here, okay? For a lot of you guys too, this is makes me a little nervous. Either you guys are hearing some stories about some of the men in your life being more aggressive, or and it just feels like maybe we got to take action on something before it gets out of hand, before something really bad happens. Okay. That hit a little too close to home. That's why I'm making those noises. So I just think, we're hearing some difficult things about some important men in our lives. And, there needs to be action taken around something here, because I think for some of us, we're worried about what the outcome is going to be. Like, are they going to beat their partner to death? Are they going to drink themselves to death? Are they going to keep screaming at what's supposed to be their partner and degrading them to a point where the person doesn't want to fucking be here? There's a lot. This is a both beautiful opportunity and difficult things happening this week. Okay. So again, this pattern, I think it's time to break it. And I think for a lot of you guys, you're ready to fucking break it, but it's going to require action from you that maybe we're nervous to take. Honey, you got your go. So if you need to go let an important male, hey, you place hands on this person I care about one more time, or I hear that you're even not even one more time. If I hear that you're even thinking about it, or if anything fucking happens, I'm calling the police and then I'm coming to beat your ass. Like, very fucking clear. Be very fucking clear. Do not mince words. Say what the fuck you need to say. You're getting the go ahead with the Ace of Wands here, okay? But also know too that like violence is a part of this too. The devil does not stand for anything good. And I'm so sorry, Capricorn, that this is your card, okay? But I think a lot of Capricorns have to come to that choice. A lot of Capricorns have to come to that choice in their life, right? Where they got to say to themselves, am I going to continue a pattern and keep doing this dumb fucking thing that's keeping me stuck? Or do I need to grow past this and do something different? Okay? Ooh. Some of you guys are dealing with a partner this week that's choosing work over y'all or over the fucking relationship. So there's patterns this week. The patterns are patterning. And are we noticing, and are we ready to take action or say something on it? Because you're being called to do that this week. Okay. So this would also make me feel like important conversations need to have. We need to have important actions we need to take. Something cannot stand any longer. Okay. So around love, friendship, relationships of all fucking kind. If something was dead, do not wake it back up or let it back in. Either this thing gets healed and comes back as something brand fucking new, and we're watching with their fucking actions that it's different. The words don't mean anything anymore. What are your actions? Okay, holding people accountable to their actions. And then having the courage here to stand up and say, no more, or this is the way that we're going, or we're shutting down this pattern, and this is what we're doing now, because this shit is not only untenable, but it's going to get your ass beat. It's going to get your ass beat. So, there's that. Now, if we were looking around work and career, woo, this is interesting. Some of you guys, there's a feel here that some of you guys might be thinking about going into helping people through rehab. Maybe some of you guys just got out of rehabilitation in some way, shape, or form. And so there's a feeling now that I can turn around and like help other people through that process too. I've been through that dark night of the soul and I came out the other side. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Okay. And so making sure that like maybe we can guide other people through those difficult processes, helping people to cut their patterns and their bullshit, and then going into a job that actually supports what I'm fucking passionate about. And that's helping other people is what it feels like. Okay. So on that note, that's fucking gorgeous. And I'm proud of you guys. If you're feeling that, if you're vibing with it. Okay. For some of you guys though, at work though, this is like a circle. Like there's no moving up. And with the Ace of Wands here, we're ready to move on up. We've got the skill set. We've got the energy. We've got the charisma. We got whatever the fuck we need here. But the devil is like, there's some kind of patterns here that we need to recognize so that we stop going into jobs or stop getting stuck in places that aren't for us out of safety and security needs. Maybe for a lot of you guys, listen, because Wands and Earth I see is also the natural entrepreneurs of the suits here. So I think also too, maybe some of you guys are like, don't want to work for corporations anymore. You want to start your own fucking thing. And this would be starting like your own fucking business or however the fuck you want it to go here. Okay. So I think this week is a lot of you guys are coming down to a choice. What do? Do I go with the devil I know? Or do I start with fresh energy here? Because this almost has the full energy to it. Do you know what I mean? Where we're starting over again. We're cutting free from our comfort zones. We're coming out of that dark night of the soul. We're going out into the world and we're taking action. Okay? So it does feel like this week. And again, I would take that action or start thinking about these themes no later than the fucking 15th. Okay? Okay. I do think that maybe June for a lot of you guys will be a good Thundercats go point, because at this point we got to rework some stuff. We got to think about things, especially if you want to start your own business or start something new here. But it just feels like at the current place that we're at, we're never going to be able to move on up. And we should have been moving on up. Like this doesn't feel fantastic. Okay. But again, it's forcing us to find where our personal power is. What do we actually want here? And if we want to start something new, we got to take action on that booty scoot, baby. Okay. For work and career, this feels decent to me. This would be excellent also too if you've been thinking about, again, working in rehabilitation, getting people back on their feet, helping them through drug addiction, drinking, all the addictions that you can think of, helping people with addiction that need help with that, cutting their patterns. Maybe also too, helping people free them from like financial restraints and stuff. I know that you're like, well, that's weird, but with the devil here and how focused that is, money, sex, and rock and roll. Okay. So like maybe for some of you guys, we're finding ways to like help ourselves and other people around us to break free from old patterns so that they can live a better life and career wise can like maybe move forward, or life wise, they can move forward. Maybe helping them financially, helping them with whatever patterns or addictions that they have. Okay. All of that feels beautiful this week. So psychology would be a part of this too. If you want to be a psychologist and focus on those themes, fucking right. Maybe an activist in some type of way, freeing us from the patterns that we see within our community, the world at large, within the work atmosphere, whatever the fuck. This would be a great person going into companies and other spaces and saying, hey, this isn't working, and reworking it in a way that it actually does. Okay. So seeing a problem, identifying it, coming up with a creative solution to fix it and move past the pattern and the problem. Dig it. All right, around health and healing. Some of y'all started smoking again. I'm gonna beat your ass. Okay. Some of you guys health-wise have either started smoking again, drinking again. And listen, I'm not judging you, but like with the smoking cigarettes shit, y'all, like, you know you're gonna die. Do you fucking want cancer in your lungs, in your bones, throughout your body, in your blood? Do you want that? I think the answer is no. So we need to start making better choices around the things that we're doing with our health. Our health is our motherfucking wealth, baby. Do you fucking hear me? And if you don't make that a priority, it will come back to bite you in the butthole and take the whole fucking thing. Okay? Okay. I don't think you want that either. Okay? No, thank you. Whew. I would say this week too, maybe also some of you guys have gotten out of the loop of exercising, taking good care of yourself, taking action out here in the world. So again, if you're in a loop of being stuck in the house, doing like whatever, get out and touch fucking grass. Get out and go for a walk. Go out and have connection with people that feel the same way you fucking do, so that you don't feel stuck in a space all by yourself, going over the same craziness over and over and over again. Remember, what we are going through right now in the US is a marathon, not a sprint. And if we wanted to look at the wider on this, like the worldview on this two cards, the Emperor has no clothes. So we're going to be seeing what some of these leaders are doing and the actions that they're taking and how it's making them look like the literal fucking devil. This is going to be a wild week, y'all. This is going to be a wild week. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be responding to that. This, to me, feels like protests as fuck, which is already happening, but like even more intensely. So it just feels like this week, I would say the overall arcing theme is take good care of yourself. Don't get back into old patterns. And if you feel like you're getting back into that, either get somebody here that invigorates you to get back into good and take good care of yourself and to face your shit, to get new energy here, to start doing something different and better. Don't welcome exes back. If something died, don't revive it. That makes it a zombie. That's gross. Okay? If you're into zombie love, then I'm trying really hard not to judge you. We listen, we don't judge, Sarah. Okay? But also, what are you doing? You deserve a real live person to be with you, okay? Okay. And I would say also too this week, just, yeah, be careful of your patterns. The patterns are patterning, and make sure that like you go and take action. You say the thing, you show up, you defend others. Don't let the devil take over this week. Do you hear me? Both in your mental space, within your actions. Don't let the devil scare you into sitting silently and not doing anything in any respect. Do you fucking hear me? Your power comes from standing up, saying absolutely fucking not, and shutting that shit the fuck down, and maybe just taking that torch and lighting everything on fire. Don't hurt anybody. I'm not saying to do arson, okay? I'm speaking metaphorically and like just, okay? We need to stop the pattern so that we can start a new, better one that better supports us. I fucking love you guys. You got this. Hi, card pile number 2. My cutie patooties. I don't know. I feel like I had to say that today. You're a cutie patootie. I don't fucking know. So hopefully that makes sense. You're like, okay, weirdo. Anyways, give me the message. Here we go, babes. Your first card this week. And I pulled 2 cards for you, okay? First one is the 10 of Swords. The next one is the 3 of Coins. How fucking interesting. So let's get the fuck into it, okay? So first of all, whenever Swords shows up, let's talk about the 10 of Swords real quick. Whenever Swords shows up, this is going to be asking us, where are we mentally? Where the fuck are we mentally? Are we freaking out about the future or stuck in the past about something? Because the present moment is all we fucking got, darling. The end, period. I'm not saying not to go to the past and deal with stuff, and I'm not telling you that thinking about the future is some kind of bad in a way. But this is in a way where it's like, at the end of the line with a 10 here, like look at this person. They're in a fucking coffin with 10 fucking swords coming out. That person is dead, done. Okay? Now, if you notice in the background, there is a sun rising. So it is talking about a new beginning of some sort happening here from the death of something. All right? So it just feels like with Swords here, and with Swords, it's going to talk about our mental space. So mentally speaking, maybe we're sick of the fear. Maybe we're sick of the way that we're talking ourselves into stuff that isn't working because it just keeps coming to bite us in the butthole. Maybe also too with the Ten of Swords here, because this is talk about multiple, this is feeling betrayed, feeling backstabbed, and not just by one person, but by multiple. So with the Ten of Swords here, this is really difficult, like fucking stupid ugly. It's bad. It's just as bad as the Nine of Swords, if you ask me. Okay. At least this with the Ten of Swords, we're dead and we get a chance to come back. Okay. Like the murder's already happened. I just feel like with the Ten of Swords, like this is the end of the line. There is no way around it. This is the ending of something and a brand new beginning's coming up here. I think also too with the Ten of Swords, like the burden, the betrayal, like just how, why? So there was some kind of final nail in the coffin, if you will. And with the 10 here, I'm going to be referencing either the 10th of a month, 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 years. Swords moves the second to fastest. So I'm looking at weeks to months. Okay. But I also want to reference these like the month. I want to go back to the month of October. What the fuck went down in October that you were so done mentally that it killed something for you? It fucking ended it. Side note. All right. So I think that the card is still here. It's saying that that energy is still prevailing, or there's a feeling here that like I haven't fully recovered, or maybe I haven't gotten that new beginning here yet that I was hoping for. Or maybe it's slowly but surely coming back around. But just the Ten of Swords is very heavy. It's very difficult. It's the end of the line. But the joy in the card is that we get to start over, or that there is a new beginning coming. There is a new day rising and dawning here. And so what did I learn with Swords from that situation, from that betrayal, from those multiple people? What did I learn? And how can I take this information now to help me start this new beginning so that like I can actually make it to the end and still be full of energy, have a group around me that loves me and supports me, keep going down the line. Okay. And then the second card was the Three of Coins. This is a card of cooperation, working together. This is a card of like when Earth element comes up here, I got to taste it, touch it, see it, smell it to know that it's real. Earth element also asked us, what are we building? What are we building? And so whether that's a family, career, business, home space, what the fuck are we building? But it's got to be tangible. Otherwise, what the fuck am I doing, right? And so I just think that's a very interesting combo with the Ten of Swords, and we'll get into it. But the Three of Coins is very much about cooperation. This is working with others towards a goal. This is like, there's more than one person involved. And so like, if you're thinking you've got to do this all by yourself, you're crazy, you've got to call on other people to help. They either have the resources, have the thing that you need, have the time, the space, the energy, whatever. And so like, how do we work with others towards a fucking goal? Also, too, here with the Three of Coins, guess what, baby? It's going to talk about this fucking month, 3 March. This is also going to talk about partnerships because we've got to work with others in order to get those resources and work on a project or a goal, wherever the fuck this is. So, that takes the Three of Coins from a mundane everyday card to a full-on major arcana to me. So this is going to pump up this Three of Coins, talk about working in cooperation with others, working in partnership. But this would be a group setting, okay? More than 2 people, usually 2 or more, okay? Usually 2 or more. But with the Three of Coins, there's at least 3 people involved, okay? But again, it's going to be referencing this month. This could be a huge theme around cooperation. Who am I working with? Who do I trust? Who's got the resources I need? Can I help and support and something else? Do I have a resource that other people need? How do I work in cooperation to get the things I need? Okay. All right. So if we're looking for a yes or no this week, to me, this would feel like this would be well, you might not have a choice. Because this month is already asking for cooperation, even though we haven't fully recovered, probably from the previous situation. So I think it's a yes and a no, to be honest, because both of that's a yes, the Three of Coins, and that's a no, the Ten of Swords. So I feel like this is a yes and no this week. Because what did we learn from the previous situation? Are we ready to work in partnership with others? I feel like there's more question marks for a lot of you guys this week than there is a solid yes or no, okay? So don't be afraid of the questions. We've got Venus retrograde right now around what the fuck we value. Our money, babe. Venus rules money, okay? Fucking Three of Coins. But we also got Mercury retrograde coming up on the 14th, 15th. So, like, this is reassessing, looking at things. This is a difficult time to make. I would say this is a good combo to be in observance about who would actually be a good partner. And it's because of their actions, not their words, not their anything else. What are your actions telling me? Okay. Now, if you're looking around love and relationships, ow! This could be a couple different things, okay? This could be maybe a breakup that maybe happened back in October. Maybe there was a third party situation and maybe we found that out through maybe maybe we're going through the bills. I hope that isn't true. I hope what the fuck I just brought through isn't fucking true. And that you found out somebody was cheating by just going through the bills, looking at the finances. Maybe you noticed something that they bought that wasn't fucking for you. You get the fucking jam, okay? We still haven't fully recovered from it, but maybe this month we're hoping to get back out and work in partnership with others. I would actually say for whoever the fuck that resonates, baby, you got to work on the relationship issue. Not only with yourself, but obviously with other people. We need to go back to the past in a sense, where it's asking us to look at that pattern that we came from. The relationship pattern. What type of relationships did we grow up watching and learning from? Because this has absolutely influenced us, okay, in some type of way. I also think too, like for some of you guys, if that does resonate, some of you guys are learning your worth after that situation that possibly happened back in October, okay? So like or maybe 10 weeks ago, around the 10th of a month, you guys got the fucking jam, okay? I just feel like with the Ten of Swords here, with the Three of Coins, like, I need to go back and fix that mentally. Because there's a key here. It's holding me back from the partnerships or working with others in the way that I want to. Maybe even just asking for bare bone basics help. Because in the past, you had always been fucking denied or people didn't show up. And so you only learned to reference yourself. The only way you're going to fucking make it forward is with other people. You are meant to be in partnership. We all are. Healthy partnership. Okay? So I think this is too stark realization. What was before was not healthy partnership. What the fuck did I learn from it? And how the fuck it took me down, Jesus Christ, to I'm ready for a healthy partnership now, working with others. What do I need to build here in order for that to be a real foundation that I could build from to have successful, happy partnerships in any sense of the word, okay? Either way, around love, multiple people were involved. Oh my God. And this just does not feel fantastic. This is more around friends or family. Same fucking jam. Same fucking jam. The way that we've been betrayed by others. Maybe even too, there's some stories that were said about us. And maybe they're making their way back to us. But I think for some of you guys, if that's the truth, like you're turning those stories into money. Or you're turning that pain and sorrow into cold hard cash. I kind of dig that, okay? So there's that. Oh, can I say this too? That might have been the karma. So especially too, if some of you guys were dealing with a cheating situation or fucked up shit or somebody, you know what I mean? Love situation where multiple people were involved. You're making money now. Or maybe like there's the karma for that was like you making fucking cold hard cash. Or like the payment for that. This is weird the way it's coming out. Forgive me. But it's just almost like they hurt you so bad and took everything from you and you're the one thriving now. Even though mentally speaking, we still have a lot of work to do. Okay? But like physically speaking, we are coming back. This feels good. Okay? At least in that sense of the word. So, in terms of other love and relationships, man, some of you guys might be open to multiple, like polyamorous. That might be open for some of you guys this week. Just remember what you've learned from the previous situations, okay? And don't repeat the same fucking mistakes. Make sure everybody's clear and talking, and that communication is key. Maybe communication's what killed it the last time, okay? I would say that for any of the relationships too. Maybe communication in the mental health space was difficulty here, and this is what killed the relationship. And I'm learning how to work in partnership with others now. Okay. But I think for some of you guys, like the money came flowing in, and it was just like, woo. Well, if you can't have love, well, I'm gonna get money. Okay? Until the real true love comes the fuck in. Cheers. Why do I want to go towards... Okay, hold on. Listen, for some of you guys, you may have been backstabbed by some of you guys may have been backstabbed by 3 fucking friends here. And again, this took us down. This took us down. I'm wondering if those 3 people might be coming back though and saying that like maybe they're sorry and or they want to heal this or they want to work together better now. But also, again, be very wary of whoever the fuck is coming back around you guys. We don't care about their words. We care about your actions. What are you doing real world here that is showing me that you actually do give a fuck and you're working on this? I don't care about your fucking words. They don't mean anything anymore, for real. Okay? So show me with your actions. Show me the money. Okay? Oh, maybe for some of you guys, you did have money stolen from you. Oh my God. Or something stolen from you. And this fucking leveled you. Or it just feels like you got so betrayed by this thing that got stolen or taken. Maybe money or a possession or something important here. I just feel like this month is highlighting that it comes back. That's interesting. Okay. So whatever we were backstabbed on here, whatever was stolen from us, maybe money or monetarily wise or value wise, or maybe it was even sentimental, but something was taken here. I just feel like it is returning this month. So just hold the fuck on. Maybe pay attention to between the 3rd and the 10th. Okay, isn't today the 10th? Okay, side note. Okay, but like it might even just be this month. Maybe before the end of the month, this thing is returning back. Okay, or maybe somebody's trying to work with you here in order to return the thing or to make something right. I do feel like in a positive sense that is coming through. And again, this would reference back to the month of October in some way, shape, or form. Okay, maybe the 10th of a month. Multiple people were involved. Okay. Love and I feel like I could keep going about love and fucking relationships. Like this is wild to me. But I just think the overall kind of feeling is here that we've been burned in the past around partnerships, group projects, working with others towards a goal. And like, don't let it scare you into being silent, not asking for help, because like you still have to do those things. That's how we move ahead. And so knowing that that is my trauma that's informing me and that this is about discernment, learning discernment about who to trust in partnership, who actually can be with me in partnership. Okay, so this is taking that time to do that because this takes a while. This takes a while. And you're going to have to relearn the right way to do it from the old patterns that weren't good. Okay, okay. Now, if we were looking around work and career. Wait, one more thing around love, relationships, friendships, all that stuff. I don't know, guys. Again, this got a weird feeling somebody's coming back around here. I swear to God. And they want to say that they want to work in partnership with you now. But again, I feel like I already said this, but I need to say it again because spirits make me feel like you need to watch this person's actions. I don't fully trust them because of the betrayal that happened the last time. So think about the last time, the last interaction that you had with them. Was this positive? Was this good? Was this horrific? And is welcoming this person back into my space actually going to disrespect me more? Did I learn my lesson in terms of who I can trust? Okay. If we're looking around work and career, some of you guys got betrayed by business partners. Jesus. You're in partnership with other people and they fucking backstabbed you. Maybe took something, maybe stole, maybe money was a part of this. Maybe they took employees. Maybe they took literal business and work from you. This does not work. I would say actually this month is going to reference again, possibly back to the month of October, the 10th. You guys get the jam. And like, not only what did I learn from that, but look, sometimes swords too coming through can talk about something legal happening here. Okay. And so maybe we're suing somebody. Maybe somebody's suing us. Jesus Christ. Around work and career. I don't know why that's coming up. Or maybe we're having to take somebody to court over maybe some intellectual property. Or again, maybe something they actually stole, like money, people, whatever. Maybe they broke contract here in some type of way. Okay. This doesn't feel good though. And it feels like it puts you in a bad way for a hot minute. But it finally feels like maybe we're getting back on track now. And maybe one of those actions that we take is to get that money back in some way, shape, or form. Well, I think this might resonate for a lot of people right now. You got unfairly fired from a fucking job. I actually want to say for some of you guys that you will be receiving money from that, either through unemployment, but it feels like multiple people are working together to possibly sue whatever agency may have done this, or individual, but there was multiple things involved. And this involved a lot of other people. So if you're one of those people that are going through that, please, I need you to know that there's going to be another opportunity coming up this month. Okay, maybe we knew as early as October things were going to be on the chopping block. Maybe around the 10th, again, something happened here in one of the months. Maybe it could have been February 10th, okay? Whatever the fuck that was. Just know here that if that's your situation, you got fired unfairly. I do feel like maybe hop on board with those other people that are possibly suing here to do that if you want to do that, okay? But I also feel like, too, that there's going to be another job opportunity coming up. Other people are going to be helping you. Don't be afraid to reach out to others and coordinate with others in order to get what the fuck you need here, okay? Even if that's just a new job. I do feel like you're going to find something here, and it might be a group project or working with other people, which I feel like some of you guys would bemoan me or begroan. I get it. I get it. Nobody likes a group project. But I do think here that, like, it's saying you cannot do this by yourself right now. We need other people in order to move forward. So please speak to those people that you love, that you trust, that you know have your fucking back. They want to make sure that you have the resources that you fucking need to. Make sure that you have a good job that will financially be able to take care of you and support you. Okay? Okay. Anything else for work and career, though? This just feels like, to me, whatever may have happened in the past here around work and career, and especially if you're trying to build your own business, this is a huge thing around discernment. I keep saying it. And so are we paying attention to the possible patterns that keep showing up with some of the people that we keep trying to hire, or the things that are happening here? Is there something going on? Because it would feel to me with the Ten of Swords that this probably wasn't the first time something like this has happened, okay? So who are the people I'm working with? Do I have the discernment to see who would be a good fit and match? Am I really paying attention to my money, my partnerships, my working within groups here? I think some of you guys might even have a project coming up that you don't want to fucking do with the Ten of Swords. Like, this just feels like I would rather chew glass. Fair. But it just, again, with the Three of Coins, this is the way forward. Working with others towards a goal. I know. All right. And listen, if there's been a pin in work, there's been a pin in work since October, you thought something was dead, baby, it comes back this month, okay? So again, I just feel like whatever projects were sidelined, pushed to the side, whatever, put a pin in, a coffin pin, we thought it was dead, something's coming back this month, all right? Work-wise, feels good, all right? In a positive sense, okay? Because we were really broken up about it, fuck with us. But baby, here we are, okay? Hold on. Now, if this is around our health and healing, some of y'all need to fucking get your spinal cord aligned. Please be careful with some of these chiropractors. They're not official doctors. And I'm not trying to be mean or rude or speak down about chiropractors, okay? One of my jobs that I had was working for like a muscular skeletal space that did rehab, both OT and PT. And we worked with a chiropractor who was fantastic. But this guy spent a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy going to classes, learning stuff. Like, he was incredibly knowledgeable, and he didn't take his job. Not saying that all chiropractors do, okay? Kind of backing myself into a corner here. I'm not saying chiropractors are bad. Just be careful if you're going to a chiropractor. Make sure that they know what the fuck they're doing, that they got their stuff from accredited fucking space, that you can actually look up and research, okay? Wasn't down out of the back of a van in a corner somewhere, okay? It's not Will Farley trying to get you in a van down by the river, doing a school down there. So just make sure, if we're working with anybody that's doing spinal cord, any kind of that work on our spinal cord, make sure that vet this fucking person, please. Some of you guys might be finding that maybe we got like 3 half-crushed discs in our neck and our back, okay? Maybe we got to do that. Maybe there's one specifically that's really bad that we're going to have to remove. Okay. This might take multiple surgeries. Even if it's not your spinal cord, when the sword shows up, even though it's going along this person's like back, this makes me feel like the spinal cord. This makes me feel like joints and bones. And especially with coins here. Okay. Because that's going to deal with Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Swords is going to deal with Libra, Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Jesus Christ, I almost said Aries. With that being said, I just think health-wise this week, this would also be a really good time to go and get your skin checked. Don't fuck around with that. Do not fuck around with it. They might find up to 3 spots or have to do up to 3 different biopsies, okay? We might be finding that along your back. Maybe in spots you didn't even think that you would have a spot. Guys, they found a spot underneath where my bra sits. The sun has never shone on that space. Ever. Even as a child. Okay? How the fuck did I get a, like, precancerous cells growing in there? The fuck. Go and get your skin checked. Please. It's a dumb way to die. When you could have gone and got your skin checked and got it removed and you were okay. Oh, we're going to stop right there, right? Just make sure this week we're taking care of our bones, our joints. Maybe some of you guys are thinking about doing collagen supplements. Just make sure you're talking to your doctor, because I feel like some of you guys are doing like 84 different supplements. Talk to your doctor and make sure which one actually works well for you. Speak with a professional, please. Okay? Please. But this to me feels like biopsies, little surgeries, spinal cord stuff, knees, joints. You guys get the jam. Take care of all of those spots this week. Some of you guys, this might just be your energy is in the fucking shitter. And with the Three of Coins here, with the Ten of Swords though, we might be having some mental health issues going on. And so with the Three of Coins, maybe we're finally working with a good therapist. We're telling people about it. We're asking for help here. You fucking deserve it. Do you fucking hear me? And I just want to say I'm really proud of you. If that did resonate, you're finally asking for help and doing something about it. I'm fucking proud of you. Well fucking done. Okay? If we're looking on the wider earth in America at this point, for whatever reason, your group needs to hear about the distribution issues that are going to be coming up here, and the food issues, and the resource issues. Okay? And so I'm just really begging you guys right now, especially if you felt since October that you've had to start planning and taking care of things, finding your community, make sure that we're storing like extra water, extra toilet paper. Guys, go and buy, like, as long, you know, as it won't hurt you or you're not a recovering alcoholic, go and buy a couple cheap things of liquor and cigarettes. Keep them somewhere safe, like a stash of something. So if we have to go to a barter system, you're able to barter. And listen, for some of you guys being like, don't fearmonger, hold on a second. Two things happen, okay? Either I'm correct and you have something to barter with now and you're good to go, or I'm not right and you now have the setup for one of the most epic parties you will ever fucking throw. You're welcome. Either way, okay? Okay. No excuse. But distribution is going to be a problem. And it's going to be, and resources are going to be a problem. And so maybe we're a little more vulnerable than the average bear. Maybe we've been thinking about, maybe that's a huge fear that's going on right now. This is the fucking month to find that community, know who the fuck you're working with. Where can I get resources if it ends up not being here? Where can I go? Work with others towards the goal so you don't get this. Also, your mental energy needs to be put into instead of the fear, okay? Partnerships, working in community, take it out of the fear and let it energize you to do something, okay? Oh, guys, overarching theme, though, for this fucking week. Work in partnership. Get your money right. Ask for others for help, know where the fuck your resources are, and maybe knowing what the resources that you bring to the table too, what you can offer others to help work in fucking community. However, we've been backstabbed, hurt, blown the fuck away here. Maybe, again, also going all the way back to October, we're learning to work in cooperation with other again, and it looks like we're trying to heal that space. So face the mental space, face the partnership question marks and issues, making sure that your discernment is the name of the game this week. So it's knowing the right people, the right partners, and after everything we've learned and everything that's been done to us, what do I understand now about what my needs are for partnership, what works best for me, and how can I get in with those groups in order to get what the fuck I need, and to also help them too. This is beautiful stuff, and I'm proud of you. You fucking got this. Hi, card pile number 3. Come on in, babes. You guys, wow, I think every group this week talked about, well, I mean, we got 2 retrogrades going on right now. So almost every, you know, pile we chose this week had something about things coming back around, You guys are no exception this week. Oh my God. And you guys got 2 major arcana cards. So this is a massively important week. I do feel like this, and technically every group got at least 1 major arcana card technically, but you guys got 2 full out. So I feel like this week is, this full moon feels like it's really gonna, this eclipse feels like it's gonna be eclipsing. Okay. So again, if you didn't listen to the Astrofuckery, feel free to go back in there and listen to it. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it gives you something to think about or consider, or to help yourself in some type of way. I hope, okay. Let's get into it though, because these cards are nothing to fuck with or to shake a stick at. Your first one, guy's got his Judgment. Look at those zombies coming back from the dead. Zombie love, are you into that? Hey, no thank y'all. If zombie love is a theme, I need you to also go listen to card pile number 1. Okay, thank you. And then your second card is the fucking Magician. Let's talk about it, babies. All right. So whenever Judgment comes up, first of all, these major arcana cards, they're going to ask us big time, where are we at? We're at a crossroads in some kind of way. And so these big major themes are coming up in our life around what choices are we making? Are we conscious? Are we here and present? And so when these major arcana cards show up, they're saying, baby, you have to be present. In order to make this choice and to choose the right way, you have to know what you're about, what the fuck you want. Have you been doing the work? Like, and also with Judgment, something's coming back around from the past. There's literally 3 figures in black. Usually, you know, most of these cards will show like death rolling through, Judgment, or an angel rolling through, and there's people coming back from the dead. Okay, so again, the zombie love. Unless you're into necrophilia, who is down with zombie love? Okay, unless you really fucking were in love with Nosferatu, and then me and you need to have a conversation. Hey, woo. Anyways. So, Judgment, whenever it shows up, it's really just kind of asking us, there's a second go around, there's a second chance, there's a second coming, there's a ladder here trying to get us to come up from this space of death, reviving a situation or a person, and then can we move onwards? Can we move upwards? But first, something here needs to be judged. It needs to be we're looking at something, we're judging something essentially, okay? And so like this can involve up to 3 people for you that we're looking at and we're kind of considering, I think, which is a good time period for both Venus and Mercury retrograde happening here. This is not necessarily the hard and fast rule. It's not, because you gotta make choices for where the fuck you're at. The planets don't make you do shit. The planets are a guideline. They're not the fucking rule. Okay? So, with that being said, whenever these planets retrograde, they're asking us to go within and to judge something, to look at it, to reassess it, rethink it, redo it, rework it. We've got to judge something here, and we need to really understand what the fuck we're working with. But something from the past is coming back up here. And so we're looking at it, we're understanding it, maybe even from a better perspective now. Okay? Maybe with Judgment here, it stands for the number 20. Maybe 20 years has gone by. Okay? Jesus. And something's coming the fuck back up here. And so what are these themes from the past? Are there possibly 3 people involved? And even if 3 people aren't involved, like what issues? Maybe it's 3 issues coming in from the past that are kind of resurfacing their ugly heads right now. And so what am I going to do about this? How do I move onwards and upwards from this? How do I let something die, be dead? Okay? And then if we are going to get a new beginning, like we're not working with dead flesh. Okay? Not dead flesh and bones. No, thank you. All right? I just think the Judgment here, it's really kind of asking us to like, this is one of my reconciliation cards, the possibility of reconciliation or something coming back around again. And we're having to look at it, judge it from a different point of view or a different perspective now. Again, traditionally, there's an angel up here waking people from the fucking dead. But they're also judging them before they get to enter this next phase, right? So I think it's also a gentle reminder that like, no matter what happens in life, maybe, I don't know why this is coming up, but for some of you guys, if you feel like you never got justice in your life, I just need you to hear that even if you don't get the justice here in the physical, none of us can avoid the story that we need to face at the end. my limited understanding of what they show me whenever we cross over is we get to watch a movie, if you will, of our life, and we get to stand in for the other person. Huh. Okay? I know for some of us, we're like, barf in the corner. Okay, no thank you. But we are all subject to this. This is why I tell you guys, what is the story you're telling with your life? What is that story? Because you're going to have to review it. You're going to have to see it. And if it ain't here in the physical, baby, it's coming in the fucking next one. It's coming in the spiritual. You're going to have to face it. So for those that feel like they never got justice in their life, or these people, they will be held accountable. I need you to know that. And the person holding them accountable is going to be their own fucking soul. For some of you guys, you're like, oh, well, then they're definitely getting off. It's just cold hard facts. It's just cold hard facts. And so like they get to understand not only what happened and see it from a different point of view, but they get to feel the way that they made you feel. So they're going to have to relive what they did to you and feel what the fuck they made you feel. Wild, right? Again, that's my limited understanding of what the fuck they show me. Okay? It doesn't make right anything that anybody has done bad to you. But if you're worried, will this person ever? At least from my experience working with spirit, yes, and you cannot avoid it. That's why some people, and I know not everybody believes in ghosts or earthbound spirits, but that's why some of them don't want to fucking move on. They're afraid of going to hell. Or they're terrified of what comes next, or they don't know how to face themselves, right? There could be a multitude of different reasons why a spirit might be earthbound, okay? But like, I found that for some of it, like that's not wanting to face, not wanting to go through that process because it's terrifying. I actually have to face what I did to other people? Oh, okay. How the fuck else is your soul supposed to grow? Anyways, okay. So with judgment coming up here, we're judging something, we're looking at it. It could be 3 people, 3 situations, 3 things coming from the past. Also too, with the number 20 here, it breaks under the number 2. I want to reference back to February. So maybe since February, up to 3 people, up to 3 situations have been coming back from the past, and we're having to sit down and fucking deal with this shit. It's really fucking important. Judgment is a part of this. I have to look at it and judge it for what the fuck it is. So are you even clear-minded enough to see this thing clearly for what the fuck it is, and are you ready to move on to the next level, whatever the fuck that looks like? Then we got the Magician. The Magician is very much, and listen, I would say that Judgment is also a yes card, as long as you're willing to do those themes and things, okay? Now, the Magician is definitely a yes card. This is the ultimate yes card. This is the king of all the aces, if you ask me, okay? That's why he's the jack of all trades. He's got all the suits there. He's got everything. The Magician can be both a fantastical human and a pretty terrible one. But let's get into it. The Magician is like another major arcana card. And this is going to talk about, like, it's reminding you that you are the magic, my love. Like, you are the magic. If you're thinking it's somebody else, honey, it's you. Okay? You are the magic. Also, too, with the Magician, it's going to say this is going to take whatever we're working towards, whatever we're ascending to, right? Especially with the last card. It's going to take all of our gifts and abilities in order to create this, to make it happen. But guess what we can't do? We can't go back. It's literally blocked. We can't go back. We can't we're alive again. We got to face it. Okay. We can't go back. Whatever your theme, whatever. If you pick card pile number 3 this week, baby, you cannot go back. And I don't really think you want to. Okay. So I just feel like with the Magician here, it's saying the magic is you. You're the one manifesting all of this. What the fuck do you want? Manifest what the fuck you want after everything that you've learned, everything that we've been through. And we're having to look at this again. What would you do different now to ascend that fucking staircase or the fucking ladder to the next fucking level? Okay. I think too, the Magician on a more negative sense can even talk about a possibility of a man here, because traditionally it's a dude on the card. Doesn't have to be. Okay. But it's going to talk about a guy, with the Magician being all smoke and mirrors, not being real, just being a fucking magician. The magic man with the magic hands. Wink, wink. Okay. That's more of a positive sense, but in the negative sense, the Magician here can just talk about somebody that's just all bullshit, smoke and mirrors. There's nothing real here. And I just don't think that there's any going back with them, especially with the Judgment card talking about, and we'll get into that. What I also find interesting here too is if you notice, it's kind of hard to see, but he's got a little book in his hands, and there's, oh man, it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can zoom it. There's a rose, okay? There's a rose on there. So I think, to me, whenever roses show up in a reading, this is going to talk about an anniversary, okay? So there maybe also, too, with the Magician standing for the number 1, maybe there's a callback to the month of January and February, around the 1st or around the 20th, okay? Maybe even between the 1st and the 20th. And then also, too, with the rose here, there might even be an important anniversary somewhere sprinkled in within that time frame that's going to get us to start moving up that ladder, start moving up that staircase. We know we can't go back. We can't. Okay. So if we were looking for a yes or no this week, I would say that this is a very positive yes, especially if you're ready and willing to sit down, judge something for what the fuck it is, glean from it the information that you need in order to move forward. So what do we learn from this? Okay. I would say that that's a yes this week. No, if you're not willing to face. No, if you just want to welcome something or someone back without doing any of the fucking work. You're just believing whatever smoke and mirror show that they're showing you instead of looking for real fucking action. And would you disrespect yourself more by welcoming this person back in? What happened the last time? There's that. All right. So around love, relationships, friendship, and farting. This can mean a couple different things, okay? So again, this can talk about a dude possibly coming back around. Maybe there was multiple people because there's 3 people there. Maybe there's multiple, maybe that's why it died. There was multiple people involved. Maybe this could have been cheating. Maybe this could have been, I don't know, just maybe his friends. He cared more about his friends than you. Do you know what I'm saying? And again, this might not even be a dude. This could be a chick. This could be somebody that identifies as non-binary, okay? So whatever the fuck this week, if this applies to your person, it applies. But maybe somebody here just... Maybe there was a multiple people situation going on. And we realize now that we can't move forward in that way. Like, this is not who... Maybe for some of you guys too, it feels like I can't go back. I won't go back. No to the exes! It's Venus and Mercury Retrograde. Fuck around and find out. Don't cut your bangs. Don't welcome back in your exes. I warned you. I warned you. There's that. All right? Especially with Venus retrograde. This is a great time to go thrift shopping, to try an old style again, to not welcome back exes, okay? I just think, be careful with that. And this person would need to show with their fucking actions. Again, like, they've left that old life behind. And not only are they saying it, but we're seeing it with their actions and everything happening around them. For some of you guys this week, this might be up to, like, again, like maybe 3 people within the family might be coming back. Maybe there was an issue here around a father figure or a male here. Maybe also, too, this might be somebody in spirit, maybe a male in spirit trying to bring back a situation so that we can heal it and move onwards and upwards. And especially if that has to do with family. That's interesting. So it feels like there's a father figure possibly. Oh, yeah, there's a father figure in spirit. Trying to come, I got a couple here. Trying to come around to help heal the situation so that we can either let it go or move onwards and upwards, okay? Because there's the feeling here with spirit, like this guy has transitioned on. Do you know what I mean? Possibly too here with this card. Maybe also too, this male in spirit was like a really important figure within the family. He felt like magic. This man was keeping everything together. And maybe whenever he passed, it just felt like the family kind of fell apart here. Okay. So again, there might be up to 3 people we're talking about with family, or we're dealing with up to like 3 different situations, or maybe we're just having to judge this whole thing and be like, okay, what the fuck? Maybe even for some of you guys, we're going back, maybe going off the father energy in spirit. Maybe we're going back and judging some of the actions that he took that got our family to where the fuck it is. And we're trying to heal from that and do better for the next generation. Side fucking note. Woo! Also in love and relationships, please don't welcome back your exes. You cannot work with these people. Maybe you guys have up to 3 exes coming back. None of these. You have got to be free to go make magic in your life and do things that you want to fucking do. And you can't do that with these dumb skid mark bubblegums coming the fuck back around and doing the same shit they did before, which was holding you back from your greatness and ascending a staircase. Don't let their insecurity and your fear and worry of being alone stop you from moving forward in your life. Do you motherfucking hear me? Somebody needs to hear that, okay? So love yourself more than your fear of being alone, in air quotes, okay? And do not welcome back something that you know is not for you, but you just don't want to be alone. that's a recipe for fucking disaster. For fucking disaster. Because these cards are asking us to leave something behind. We cannot take it with us. We can't take it with us. We literally cannot. So, this is about choosing the right people, places, and spaces. This is about learning from those things that happened in the past and creating our own magic to move forward here is what I feel like this week around love and relationships. And are you ready to fucking do that and to trust yourself about where the fuck you need to go next? You're the one at the helm of this. You're the one manifesting this. Say yes to yourself and what the fuck you want. Okay? But maybe we do got to clean out some old shit from the closets or the closets of our mind in order to move forward in a way where we're unencumbered and not held back. Keep referencing an old point, keep going back to an old point. We can't. We've got to let something go this week so we can move fucking forward. That pairs pretty nicely with this Virgo eclipse, babe. Okay, there's that. Remember, you are the magic, not the other person. Fucking A. That just keeps getting drilled. I got a couple male spirits, but I got one male here that's just like, tell them. I was like, sir, I'm trying. Okay. Sir, I'm trying. All right. For looking around work and career. Some of you guys are deciding about whether to see if you can climb the corporate ladder or climb the ladder here and keep moving and giving maybe a job. Maybe some of you guys are having to go back to another job. Maybe some of you guys lost your job with this whole fucking situation in the US right now. The fuck? Okay, so you lost your job. And we're trying to wonder, do we go back to an old job? And it feels like this week, this is like, no, I can't return to that, or no, I won't do that. This feels like I got to embark on something new. And I don't know why. I don't know why. But I feel like some of you guys are thinking about becoming like a cook or a chef. I don't know. I just feel like cooking so fucking strongly in this. So it just feels like we're leaving behind like the old ways of doing things, like really considered it though. And it's just like, none of this worked out. And if I'm going to ascend, I might have to do this by myself. Or trust in my vision, my goal, my magic. And that my magic will carry me to where the fuck I need to be because I can't go back. You need to fucking trust that, okay? If that makes sense. I also feel like possibly here at work, they might be referencing people from the past or asking people to come back and work. And like, I don't know if you want to work with these people or if this is the environment you want to fucking be in, or you felt like you got slighted because they chose other people from the past, or like maybe even new people coming in over you. Like this doesn't. And so we're trying to find a new stairway, a new way up, and it feels very cloudy because look at that. I can't see the whole staircase, but I can take the first step. And so I think that's what your job is this week around work and career. I don't need to see the whole vision to take the first step towards it because I can't return back from the hell from whence I came. Like this place fucking sucks. These people fucking suck. This is problem after problem. Like it's never ending bullshit. I need to get the fuck up out of here. Sitting down and really judging it and really seeing, I just don't think somebody's work here is not working efficiently. They're not working intelligently. Like this is dumb and they're disregarding all the people that are working so hard for them. And you're one of them. I feel like that could go for a multitude of different people. Okay. So I think either way, you're kind of wondering whether, do I stay here and continue to climb the ladder or do I go? Do I stay or do I go at work? That's what it feels like to me. Okay. Again, there's a question mark about returning to an old, I just don't feel it. I don't feel it. I think you want fresh new energy and you fucking deserve that. Just make sure whatever opportunity we're taking here, that it's real and that you're at the head of it, that it's not some fantasy bullshit that you can't follow through on. So judge it and look at it realistically. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, okay, in order to pursue a dream. Don't set yourself up for failure, knowing full well you're not going to do the things that you're saying in your brain that you want to do. So be realistic with yourself. Be honest with yourself. This is not the first time we've thought about leaving and starting and doing something on our own, but you got to be real with you, okay? Okay. Ooh. How about health and healing? Some of you guys are actually taking your healing into your fucking hands. I'm well fucking done. Maybe for some of you guys, we got a father figure here in spirit that is like, maybe they passed from something really difficult. And I feel like they're working here with you to not repeat the same mistake is what it feels like to me. So also too, if this father figure was a smoker, Maybe he had esophagus, stomach. I don't know, this just feels like smoking, esophagus, stomach stuff, colon stuff. The elimination systems, kidneys, colon, you guys got the jam. But the esophagus, my God. So I don't know what happened to the esophagus or the lungs or the chest area to this person. But there's a feeling here, again, that if we don't stop doing something, if we don't judge this and understand that, like, this is an open book test and we might be failing it, you're going to fail it. You don't need to do that, because the failing it is dying from the thing that somebody else did that you could have fucking stopped. You got other things to do today. Hey, you got other things to do. So this is conscious of our health. And I think some of you guys are really taking this, like looking at stuff and taking it in a new direction, because you can't go back. You don't want to go back to that. I don't think you guys want to go back to rehab, or you guys don't want to go back to trying to quit again, or do you know what I'm saying? So there's a feeling here of like, I don't know if there's a father in spirit, or father energy in spirit, that is also like, this could be a father, grandfather, somebody that was like a fucking father to me, your godfather that passed away in spirit. Do you know what I'm saying? I actually had that come through this weekend. I thought that was pretty wild. The Godfather was the first thing that came through. For one of my clients this week. It was just funny. So I just think that he's trying to guide you. He's saying, don't return to that. Like, this is an old way of doing things. We need to sit down, judge it, understand it, so that we can move past it health-wise. Okay? I think this is actions that you're taking, though, babe. So whatever's going this week, this doesn't feel like cancer. This doesn't feel like ugly, terrible, nasty things, but it does feel like, hey, we need to pay attention to something here. And especially if you're having acid reflux, stomach, esophagus stuff, go to the doctor and get it checked the fuck out. Make sure you don't have an ulcer. Make sure this doesn't go back to your actual heart. Make sure that, like, because sometimes that can be like a precursor for serious heart issues, okay? So go and get your health checked. Be at the head of this, take the head of it, and do what the fuck is best for you. Do something different around your health. Take control of it, and manifest the health that you deserve and that you fucking want. And again, we might be trying something a second time, coming back around to it, just trying to get ourselves into goodness again, okay? And again, there might be an anniversary here that sets this off, or there's a gentle reminder around an anniversary connected to this important father figure that helps us move forward. Well fucking done. Well fucking done. Now, if we were looking for a wider worldview of like things going on this week that might be important to you or for you, maybe some actions that we got to take. We're seeing some important male figures this week going back and forth about shit. Shocker. Is that even really psychic work? Jesus fucking Christ. So, when it's the fucking news. Judgment here is just saying, like, we're judging somebody's actions. And it looks like the further and further we keep moving forward, the more we cannot return back to the way things are and were. And I think in a lot of ways, that is a positive thing. We do need change in this country. We do need change in our government. We do. But the way in which we're doing it needs to be by the motherfucking Constitution. And it needs to be because we literally fought with our blood, sweat, and tears for the rights that we have right now. Especially if you're a woman or you come from a POC background, okay? We have fought, died, bled. Our ancestors have done that in order for us to have fucking rights. So, this just feels like right now we're judging, we're looking, we're seeing the possibility here. Somebody could be showing up as a magic man, gonna fix everything, and it's nothing but smoke and fucking mirrors. So what with the smoke and mirrors are they really trying to hide from? Okay, or trying to hide from us? And with judgment here, are we ready to maybe go again, look over top of all the smoke and mirrors and really judge the situation for what the fuck it is? Looking at it fucking clearly. Okay. And so maybe you are taking action. Maybe whatever we see this week, whatever we judge, whatever doesn't feel right or feels off, we're taking action. We understand that, like, I got to go out there and do something. It just feels like the magician is taking fucking action. And we're bringing all our gifts and abilities, okay? Maybe also, too, paying attention this week to what the fuck is going on is also going to help us to understand, where the fuck we got to stand up in our life, okay? Maybe also telling us where our gifts and abilities are going to be needed with everything going forward, okay? So again, babes, listen to me. Overall this week, We're looking at stuff, we're judging things, stuff from the past is coming up, people from the past are coming up. I do not recommend you welcoming in previous people on any fucking level. None. Because these cards make me feel like whatever we judge here, we need the information and then move forward. Because even with the Magician, there's an X. That's a no. Even though it's a yes card, it's a no. No X's. All right. And when in doubt, what did they do the last time? Would it disrespect me more to welcome this person in? Probably. Okay. Okay. I just fucking said it. But I just think overall this week with the Magician and Judgment, remember, you are the magic. You are the one at the helm of this. If you want something, make it fucking happen. But sit down and be clear around what happened the last time. What's the ways in which I've taken action? How can I let that go or move past it or move through it so that I can be the person I need to be to stand up and not return to things that fucking killed me. Amen. All right. I love you guys. Let me know how the fuck this was for you, okay? Any and all feedback helps me to grow. Middle fingers for no, call for fucking yes. I love you guys. You fucking hear me? I mean it. If you need anything, get a hold of me. Let me know in the comments below whether or not this resonated for you. And if you guys need anything, reach out, okay? I love you guys. I'll see you soon. I'll see you out there. Bye.